Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Wednesday, October 16th, 2013. All right, scheduled announcements for today: CPI and Treasury International Capital. Both of them will not come out this morning, according to NASDAQ, at least this Market Watch thing here. Because of the partial shutdown of the government, but the housing market index is still scheduled for 10 a.m. Eastern Time because that is not dependent on the dysfunctional government. All right, let's take a peek around the world here. Asia, pretty much mixed, with a slightly bearish hint to it here. And this is a biggie here, U.S. AAA rating on watch, and that's why we have a black eye on George Washington. And what looks like a scar here, I would think. That's defacing U.S. money, I would think. Anyway, looking at Europe, Europe is looking bearish pretty much at lunchtime over there, except for the FTSE Men in Black here. That's up 0.55%. And jumping over to the US of A futures, we are seeing slightly positive open if things continue the way that they are right now. And gold is up $5.50, still a significant way away from that 1300 mark. And for my gold covered call to start paying off, we need to move significantly over 1300, probably around 1350 or so. And that may happen or that may not happen. But what is going to happen for sure, well, not for sure, but 99% sure, that this 134 call is going to expire out of the money. We'll jump over and take a look at that chart. As soon as it comes up here. Hello. There we go. So our covered call cost basis is here at 128.67, and the price of the stock. You know what? I need to get my bubble on here. I'm going to change something here. This price bubble here is for the moving average. I don't want that. I want the current price bubble on the underlying, which is 123.73. And if you don't know how to change that, let me even think. I'm trying to think of how I do change it. Let's see here. Simple moving average, exponential moving average 15. Show bubble. It's not supposed to be showing the bubble. Oop, that's the wrong one. Okay, here we go. This is the right one here. Show bubble. I don't want to show the bubble, nor do I even want to show the title. And that title is just up here on this line on the chart. That's that title. So we say OK, and that's going to get rid of that little pink one here, or magenta, I should say. And now we go over to the actual chart itself and look at price axis. Show, let's see, high, low, order studies. Should be around here someplace. General, show last price bubble. And we say OK, and now we have our price bubble here. So it's only 123 to 128. Well, it's like $5. That's not all that far off. And we're not really worried about it. But or should we worry about doing a covered call or selling another call for November. And if we do, then we would have to think about at what price. So we're currently at 134. So if we went with a 134 call right now, it's not even listed on here. I have to jump this up here to 24. And then it'll show up. So 134, we would get 50 cents or $50. So we would lower our cost basis by 50 cents. Which, I don't know. I've seen worse things happen. I don't want to lower it just to get another 10 cents or another 13 cents down to 132. I would have to do the math to try to figure out where I would be willing to go with this. But I'm not going to do it now, and I'm probably going to wait until next week. I might do it today. Let me make a note of that. Depends on if I have time today or not. Someday things are going to settle down where I could spend a little bit more time with the market. All right, our other positions, we have Apple. And hopefully we get their chart was a little bit quicker. So Apple, we had a bail alert here at 503. It did not trigger yesterday. It became pretty close, but it didn't trigger. And for today, we are looking at maybe a slightly down open for Apple. I guess there's some sort of iPhone 5 cheap model thing that they're pulling back forecasts on how many they're going to sell. So I guess it doesn't matter. People that are going to buy an iPhone want all the bells and whistles, I guess. So that's what we're looking at right there for Apple with a Friday expiration. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do about some of these today. I think I need to get out of practically everything. Goldman, we had a good day yesterday, and definitely am going to be getting out of Goldman today. But the increase in IV as we get near earnings, which is tomorrow before the market, so I definitely have to get out today, is hurting me. So let's take a look right quick at Goldman on the Analyze tab. Take a look at our risk profile, and if we were to just click on this little wrench down here and start increasing our volatility, and you can see the white line is starting to sink, and the profit and loss here is also starting to sink. So for every, here's a 3 percentage points increase in IV, and the trade is losing money. If I reset the parameters right now, it's pretty much flat. So that increase in IV is hurting this particular trade, and it was not a very smart one for me to get into at the time. So we should know better, shouldn't we, fellow option traders? Okay, LinkedIn, probably no danger there. We'll take a look at the chart. Yes, see, we would have worked out here. Even though with the move that I did last week, I did end up with a slight bit of profit. It would have been even better if I just would have left it alone. However, it's not really the same on CF. Take a look at CF yesterday. You can see here that I sold, or I bought back, I should say, my short. So on CF, this is what we're looking at here. Yesterday I bought back the short when it started to move up sometime in the morning. I forget exactly what time in the morning. So here's what I set up on the Analyze tab. I collected $1.99 in credit and then I bought it back for $5.45. So that is a $692 loss just on that particular one itself. If I uncheck my long, so if I just look at the long right now, the long is up 222. So if I combine everything together, I am currently down $470. And here is my break even right here at 201.21. That's my break even today. My break even at expiration is here, which is $200.50. I'm going to have to do something about this today, and I am hoping that CF makes a move down. You know, just, it doesn't have to be a whole heck of a lot. You know, just $1. Just $1 would be good. $1 would be 204.16. So let me type that in here. And that would bring me to 366 for a loss, or 203.16. That'd be a $247 loss. So let's just see what happens here. 203.16. It can do that. It can do that very easily today. The question is, what is it going to do? Alright, back to the monitor tab, and we already talked about gold. So I'm in a little bit of trouble this week. It happens. Can't be totally successful all the time. Alright, we're going to run through the A+ list real quick right now. Hopefully we get charts real quick too. Okay, here's Apple. Apple is currently in an uptrend, and we're at the top of our stochastic, so we're not going to do anything with that. We had an entry back here. Hopefully everybody listening in got in on that, but we're waiting for the next one to develop now, so we'll just slide this one over here and see if we get one sometime in the future. Now, do we have earnings coming up? Yes, we do. So don't play anything. You need to play things that are going to benefit an increase in IV. And probably being net long options would be the best bet with if IV increases. So nothing going on there for today. Amazon. Earnings next week. Don't want to touch this one at all, so we're not doing anything here. We have a target set here to go with a possible bear call here, but again, as IV increases, it takes much longer in time for you to get positive on a credit spread. So possibly a debit spread would be the way to go. I'm going to be looking into that. Alright, back to Baidu. Alright, so this would not be a good trade here. Don't know why I thought that this target would be good here. Maybe I'm thinking that we might get a trend reversal, but I'm not, like really counting on it here. I saw some news about Baidu today. No. Earnings coming up as well. Not a good thing to get into, I think, at this time. Celgene was looking pretty strong recently. This is not really what we want to do here. I'm taking this target off of here, and now we are actually going to be looking for a target down here, but we have earnings coming up on this as well. I think I'm going to delete that. We don't want to do anything with this for next week for sure. All right, CF. We already looked at this. We're hoping for a nice little move down here. Down to 200 would be wonderful today. I don't know if that's going to happen. Chipotle. Wow. 10.15. Southeast Asian chicken. Huh. Don't know what is going on here. We do have earnings. I am here, right? Give me earnings info. Come on. There we go. Tomorrow after the market close. Same as Google. Wouldn't touch that one either right now. Google. Wouldn't touch that one as well. We have earnings tomorrow on them. Take this out so it doesn't distract me. Goldman Sachs. They may just continue down here. I'm hoping that today works out well. But like I said, that increase in IV is hurting that particular trade. LinkedIn, as I mentioned, they have earnings the week after. You would want to do, let's take a look here just right quick at a, let's go back to Google. I don't have anything on Google. All right. So if we went back, well, Google's not next week. I want next week earnings. Forget it. I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to do a debit spread and see how that looks. I will do that probably on a separate video. We're here on LinkedIn. You might want to look at it at the money debit spread right now on LinkedIn. Maybe I will do that for next week. So an at the money debit spread. So we say buy a vertical. Uncheck these. Let's take a look at the risk profile. And then let's pump up IV. Let's move IV up, say like 5. And that doesn't hurt you that much. It still keeps your red line the same. Let me reset that. But you can see that what it does to the white line, well, it still flattens, makes it more flatter, so you have to have more of a significant move. Yeah, that's not a good deal. That's not a good deal. If you're long, just plain old long an option, yeah, that's a good deal then. So this is 60%. That's pretty high. All right, we took a quick look at that. That's not a good way to play it. MasterCard. We're looking for a move down here. Maybe we can squeeze in something before earnings, or maybe not. Netflix. We would be looking for a target over here. But let's wait till after earnings for sure. Priceline. We have our calendar on this, and this for sure is one that benefits from an increase in IV. So let's just take a look. Let me stretch this out a little bit. So we'll take a look at this. Watch the red line when we increase this. The red line now goes above 2,000, and our trade is almost double in value. So we're at $40, we go up 5, and we're at 110, and our peak here also increases. That's if both the front and the back month IV increases, but what usually happens is the back month doesn't increase as much, which is your long one here on November 13, regular expiration. And it usually doesn't work out that way. So we're just going to keep an eye on this and see what happens. All right, our SPXPM for this week should work out just fine. Probably going to let that one ride unless the government starts defaulting. That's what really worries me about being on the road Thursday. So I may just get out of it today. I may just close out as much as possible. Tesla, this would have been a very good trade here off of this target. Nothing developing yet. So we look at V. And we're waiting for it to come down and touch our target. Maybe we can squeeze one in for this expiration. But I probably won't be. I'm going to be pretty light by the end of today and into next week. All right, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.